Hello and welcome to our meet and greet. So this video is for anyone who's considering getting our mentorship regarding opening up a private law society, which also operates very much as a trust. It's separate from trust law, but because it is your own law, you can set it up however you want. This also qualifies as a private member association. You can set it up as a civil society organization or an NGO. But basically, you're the signatory to your own society. If you want to have multiple signatories, you can, but we recommend generally just having one. And so, what I always do in meet and greets is I answer basically your questions. So, I'm going to go through the common questions we get asked so you have what you need. We're getting busier. So I'm going to have less time to interact one-on-one with people, but I want you to have all the information you need so you're comfortable moving ahead. So within that, we've been doing this since 2009. So we have 14 years of proven results for you guys. The actual answers and questions or questions and answers that I always get asked is, does this get you out of income tax? So if you work a normal job, you will try and get your employer to pay it directly to your society. If they will do that, then you can get around income tax. If they will not do that, then you may still have to pay income tax on your personal income. But any money that your society makes via programs or things you set up absolutely pays no tax. Can you get out of debt with this? So if you're in a mortgage or you're making car payments, we recommend you still pay those. Property taxes, we recommend you still pay those. But for all credit card debt or student loan debt, absolutely, we have a debt dissolving letter that can get you out of those kind of debts. You can also try claiming being a church because this is under basically divine rights and law. You can absolutely, especially if you've done the Child of God certificate in your founding documents, then you can claim church status and basically just put land titles on notice with that. Churches do not pay income tax. But if that doesn't work in your area, then you would still pay property tax on that. Let's see what else. You can transfer title of vehicles and houses under the society. The only thing that won't work for is getting insurance. So if you want to have insurance, you may want to have the property or the vehicle under a holding company or some sort of corporation, and then still record title via claim of right on top of that and in addition to that. So can more than one individual be a part of your society? Absolutely. They would just sign your society oath or affirmation, and then your society law covers them. Now, you don't get separate bank accounts, though. So if you want to have your own bank accounts, that's where I recommend each individual founds their own society. Yes, you can help someone else found theirs, and they can help you found yours. There's no limit to how many societies you can be involved in. You would just always reserve your rights under your own society law. You also still get to use the legal system with this system that we teach. So everything that's legally set up stays the same, but now you also have your rights under your own private law society. That's what holds your assets. That's what your money goes through. So it's outside the system. The legal system is a corporation. So this is unregistered, unincorporated. So that's how come there's no joinder with it. And that's what allows you to operate both in the private as well as you can still use the legal system with all rights reserved under your society law. So when I do my taxes each year for my legal person or my citizen, the corporation, I do it with all rights reserved, and I have zero income that goes through my legal person because all money goes through my society that I'm signatory to. So it's correct to process. You're not cheating in any size, shape, or form. And because I have zero income on the legal person side, I can still get my GST back. I still get my rent receipt money back. I just let them know that my society pays my bills and I work for the society. And basically, the society doesn't pay tax because technically it's fraudulent. No one should have to. And they're sovereign, unregistered, unincorporated. And everything they do is defined as a gift for a gift, and gifts between independents are non taxable. Also, just being unregistered, unincorporated. Does this qualify as a nonprofit? It does. Because you're unregistered, unincorporated, you're not for profit because you're not a corporation. And then also 50.1% of the money you generate will go back into your society. But keep in mind, that's paying your rent, that's paying the society bills, that's anything you're doing to develop your society, even if it's just saving that money for a rainy day fund or whatever you want to do. And the society is a separate entity from yourself. So it has its own credit rating. It can apply for merchant accounts. Anything you can do as a business or as a government, you can do under your society without license, without permission, as long as you're not causing harm. So no harm to life, liberty, property, or rights, no fraud in contract. So those kind of cover the major questions. Yes, this gets you title to your house, car, kids, and self back. Claim of right. It's also referenced as adverse possession in Black's Law Dictionary, defense of property under claim of right in the Criminal Code of Canada, 1925 Administration of Estates Act. Anything that is held in a bankrupt trust, a competent heir can reclaim dominion over that, no problem. So those are kind of just some of the things that obviously we deal with. So it gets you out of income tax. For any income going through the society. If you have a legal job, you can try getting them to pay your society, just appoint power of attorney to the society as far as your pay goes. Some employers might not do it, but as you develop programs, you'll become less dependent on that legal income. And do you have to start programs? No, you do not. Some people just want to do it for financial planning. They don't want to run programs. You don't have to. But for those who do, we provide entrepreneurial coaching. If you go through the different sections on this website, allrightsreserveduniversity.org, you'll see the different things that we coach and consult on to get you everything you need for support. So you have the skill sets, or you bridge your lack of skill sets through somebody who has expertise in that department, basically. So how it looks is you give your initial gift. If you're an individual or family, it's $90 a month right now, plus 10% on the back end. If you're doing a hobby or a club where you have a chunk of people and things going on, that would be $250 a month plus 10%. And if you're a really large organization or a business that's doing a lot of business, and there's a lot of intricacy to what you do, or First Nations or a church or a community, then it's $500 a month plus the 10% on the back end. To equate value, for a lawyer to set up an NGO costs about $70,000 to $80,000. If you don't want to do the royalties, we do have upfront with it. You can do $50,000 upfront. If you're someone where you make like 10 million a year, then obviously 10% would be a lot. So you can just give $50,000 upfront. But then you're going to give additional gifts for the ongoing consultation once setup is done. Setup is included. If you're in the $90 a month plan, basically one-on-one coaching will be extra. The $90 a month going forward is basically just covering the intellectual property side of things, as well as access to the online website. And we're just getting so big that I can't give away my time for free anymore. So you'll have to book it in if you require additional coaching. If you do have questions, shoot us an email. We are happy to answer basic questions that are normal. Absolutely, of course, we need to support you. But you will find the answers on this website or on our YouTube channel, Private Law Trusts, or on Rumble, Private Law Trusts, with no spaces, no caps. Just search it. We're on there. And you can also click the links at the bottom of the website for that as well, especially on privatelawtrust.org. So what happens? You give your initial gift, then we're going to help you brainstorm your society name, or we'll send you a video with exactly what to do to actually figure that out for yourself. So what questions to ask yourself. We'll cover that in another video though, so that you have that. Once you pick the name, then you can either buy the domain or we will buy it for you. That is completely up to you. If you know how to do it yourself, great. If not, it's $75 for us to do it. Just shoot us an email saying, hey, I want you guys to buy the domain. Here's what I decided. And that's what I want it to be. And then we'll set up the domain and forward the updated paperwork to you. And then down the road, we will have people update their own paperwork. For right now, we are still doing that for you, though, unless you want to do it yourself. But in the near future, you'll do that part yourself. On the template, it just says blank society. You just, copy and paste your society name over the blank, and that's how you update the paperwork. So once it's updated, now you do your founding. So you get you plus 5 people together, 3 founding members and 3 witnesses. 2 of the founding members are silent. They're just there to literally help you open up your own club. They don't have to be under your law. They don't have to do the claim of right. They don't have to sign the society oath. There's a voluntary association helping you get it set up. And then 3 witnesses just literally are there to just say, yes, we saw you sign it. Okay, great. And if anyone's worried about it, you just get them to sign the independent contractor agreement that we supply for and with you. And then once your founding is done, then you're going to mail the copy of the first letter to the Prime Minister or the President or whoever's the head of state in the country that you're in. Once you do that, you get a proof of service. And we'll have a video on exactly how to do that process as well further in the course here. But once you get the proof of service, you attach that to your originals, and now you can apply to go get your bank account. So you can get a sovereign bank account with a normal bank. It's called an unregistered, unincorporated society or association bank account. So if you're talking to a bank, just say you want an unincorporated society or association bank account, and all major banks have it. If you get a banker that doesn't know what they're doing and they're unfamiliar, just call a different bank or talk to a different banker. They absolutely have that though. And then once you have your bank account open, we're going to discuss and have videos on how you basically mastermind what you want to do in membership, merchandise, or programs. Then you do some digital media. So you have cards, brochures, things explaining your programs. And then we have the other things on the website that you'll go through. So just review the headings. And once you've actually given your initial gift, we'll send you the code for that. And I'm just going to show you right here. Let's go to share screen. I'm going to show you exactly where to go to give your initial gift here. So that way you're not hunting and that. So here we go. Okay, I just got to get past this part on my screen here. Okay, so you're going to go to privatelawtrust.org. If I scroll to the top here, scroll over plans and pricing, so you can see here, and then you're going to click the plan that you want. So is it the $90, or are you doing like a gardening club or something with a little bit more moving parts? That's the $250 or the $500. And if you're doing basically the $90 a month plan does not include personal coaching. The $250 a month, you do get 20 minutes of mastermind coaching included. And then the $500 a month, you get 60 minutes included. All of these get to go to the month-end mentorship meeting. And we will have group meetings in the future that if you want to ask questions, you can. But it won't be one-on-one basically, just because we're getting too big for that now. Just not enough time in the day for me to talk with everyone individually. So you select the plan you want, go through, enter your credit card information, and then you have that plan. We'll get noticed, and then we'll get a hold of you as well. So that's basically an overview. So again, can you transfer property to your society? Yes, you can. We have a lady that works at an actual law firm who takes care of the registration side of it. We do it with all rights reserved. And then you also lay recorded title with claim of right that outranks legal code. Can you get out of credit card debt, student loan debt, that kind of stuff? Yes, you can. You also put all your assets under your society anyway, so there's nothing for them to go after with you personally. How you get insurance is you have assets under a corporation and you insure it under the corporate entity, but still have rights reserved to it through your private law society. Anyone you want to be protected by your society law just signs the oath or affirmation. And you can make as much money as you want with this. Let's say you do a gardening society, 1,000 members, $30 a month, that's 30,000 a month income tax free. And it all goes through your society account. Anything you can do as a business or a government, you can absolutely run as a program under your society. And yeah, so initially just go give your initial gift. That gets the ball started. For your family or individual, it's only $90. You can't even open a corporation for that. It's about $500 to open a corporate entity. So, and it takes usually 1 to 2 weeks to actually get your society founded and get your bank accounts open. It's as fast as you want to go, but if you really get the let out, you could get it done in a week. Worst case, 2 weeks if you need a little time for the bankers to have time for you to come in and speak with them, or if they do it virtually. But this is absolutely your freedom. Your rights are unregistered, unincorporated. These are the things that I go through in a meet and greet with any clients. If I haven't covered something that you're wondering about, shoot us a quick email and I'm happy to answer those questions for you, or our team will. We have a really great team at our head office now that we've opened up in Winnipeg. Things are moving ahead in a wonderful way. So again, you're getting 15 years of proven results. The extra funding we get, the 10%, goes to Freedom Infrastructure. So that's setting up the unincorporated economy to compete with the legal system. Everything you're doing is unregistered, unincorporated. So you do not need licensing, you do not need permission, and you just have an oath, no harm to life, liberty, property, or rights, no fraud in contract. And if you're religious and you have an objection to oaths, we do have an affirmation document that does the exact same thing. So within that, this is the meet and greet. I hope you found this very informative. Go to YouTube, Private Law Trusts, type that in. You can find the link to YouTube at the bottom of privatelawtrust.org. Click the button, go to Rumble. That's where we're uploading all our new content so it doesn't get deleted by YouTube because they're censoring crazy. Like they're crazy with their censoring is what I mean. And you just search Private Law Trusts with an S on the end, no spaces, like it's all one word, no caps, and that'll get you to our channel on Rumble. Feel free to watch all of that, see the people we're helping, watch our mentorship meetings. A lot of the Q&A that you'll have questions about is also answered in there. This is what you want. This is where you want to be. We're working with groups all around the world. We're bringing in the new system along with a bunch of wonderful people. We coach a lot of First Nations, religious groups, average moms and dads, and phenomenal moms and dads. So within that, this is your individual rights, your family rights. It prevents you from mandates and that from getting shut down as a business. If you're running it as a society program, you get out of taxation, you get out of licensing. If you're going to drive and you're new at this, still get your driver's license, still get your insurance, but now you sign with all rights reserved under your society law. You can literally use all of the legal system, but now you also have your private society and that operates as a trust. You pass down your assets by just appointing a new signatory to the society when you pass away, or in the event of, or as of a certain date, or they turn a certain age. And literally, we have the neutral templates. You update it to be consistent with your community beliefs and your values. This is absolutely great. Go through our YouTube videos, go through our Rumble videos, check out the websites. Peacemaker Society in privatelawtrust.org at the bottom. When you click that button, takes you to our society website with our results for 14 years. Privatelawtrust.org is how we explain that your unincorporated society can operate like a trust, because it's literally your own law, so you can set it up how you want. This is basically the best thing on the planet. So get yours today. Go to privatelawtrust.org, plans and pricing, pick your plan, enter your credit card information, and we will get this. And if you ever want to cancel, you just have to shut down your society, not use our intellectual property, delete all of it, and then you can cancel at any time, basically. But as long as your society exists, you'll continue to give a gift. It's like a franchise fee, except for you own it, but that's why we get the ongoing gift. And again, we provide a lot of support and help for you, not to mention advertising via the directory and other things. It's absolutely worth it. Please go get it. Remember, you're saving income tax, you're getting out of debt. So to give a small gift back, it's absolutely worth it. And we're putting that towards helping free other people. So thank you very much for your time. Welcome to your freedom, privatelawtrust.org, plans and pricing, click the plan, enter your credit card information. And if you're in Canada, we can set up e-transfer. If you're outside of Canada, it has to be through the credit card. Or perhaps you could send post-dated checks or something. But within that, if you have other questions, send us a quick email. We're happy to answer it. This is just your meet and greet. I hope I answered your questions. Go to our videos online for more information, and I look forward to coaching you and helping you set up your society so you're standing under your rights, your beliefs, and your freedom in a way no legal agent can mess with lawfully. And if they do, there are fee schedules. You can do private courts. There's a bigger side of this, but for your average mom and dad, you're just claiming title to your house, car, kids, and self, doing some financial planning, get out of income tax. Nobody cares if you do that. The only time it gets more intense is if you start billing, leaning judges, or challenging the system directly. But that's what we're here for. I tested all the boundaries over 15 years, so I know what's safe and at what point it gets a little more intense, and we'll keep you safe. That's what we're here for. Have a wonderful day. Freedom is not scary. It's a fantastic thing, and you're going to save a whole bunch of money, and it's going to make it you can afford to feed your kids and get ahead in life and pass down generational wealth so that your future lines will never suffer again with any form of poverty. Thank you so much for your time, you guys. I look forward to coaching you, and thank you for caring about your freedom. You are a freedom hero as soon as you actually found your own society. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.